Obey me. Do as I say and subscribe to my channel. Okay, if it didn't work, it's because I'm not one of them. You know, they. Because today we are watching They Live. My ever amazing Discord admin, Corey, gave me a few movies to pick from, and then when I saw They Live, I just made the choice myself because John Carpenter is amazing. So, let's go find out which one of you nasty little denim stretchers is an alien, because this is Redeye Reviews. Also, remember this month is entirely for charity. All of it. All of my revenue from the channel and an amount per new subscriber is going to be donated to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and every dollar donated is matched. So if you give $1, you're actually giving $2, which is incredible. So please donate if you can, and if you can't, just subscribe because it's kind of as good as donating. So, our main character is played by Rowdy Roddy Piper. He was actually the first ever pro wrestler to star in a major motion picture. So, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, you're welcome, sir. Piper did this for you. We start with our drifter, only credited as nada, which means nothing. Literally, that's what it means in Spanish, is nothing. Wandering into Los Angeles to try and find a job.
Last place of employment.
Denver, Colorado. They lost 14 banks in 1 week.
They lost 14 banks, folks. They did. They just put them down, and they wandered off. They never came home. But he explores the city for a job and strikes out. And at one point, These two grown men do a jumping high five, and we just breeze over it like they didn't just do a jumping high five. But eventually, he does get a job as a construction worker for this sexy-ass construction site where the men wear whatever they want. They can do what they want. They bulge their muscles all over the sheet metal.
You need a place to stay? Justinsville's over on 4th Street. They got hot food and showers.
Fun fact, John Carpenter wrote this character specifically for Keith David after he absolutely crushed his role in the movie The Thing, which, if you all are curious, is one of my all-time favorite movies. It's probably my favorite horror movie ever. There's not even a close second.
I don't like nobody following me unless I know why.
But our drifter follows him like a lost little puppy.
Well, I don't join up with anybody until I see where he's going.
And luckily for us, we get led to a homeless camp where we can get some food.
Thanks. Yes.
However, that night, Nada sees people hanging out in a church, and he's like, church? At night? Well, we all know Jesus is only there between the hours of 7 a.m. and 9 a.m., which is bagel prime time. So that is suspicious, and he goes and checks it out. Downstairs, we see that the church bought into the Beanie Baby craze, and they are trying not to regret it. I get it. Hey, man, someday these will be worth something again. They're definitely going to be worth something again at some point. But we get caught by a blind man to boot, which does not feel good. So we swallow our pride, and we get the hell out of there. But they are definitely doing something strange in that church.
I'm walking a white line all the time.
White line's in the middle of the road. It's the worst place to drive.
And the next night, we get our answer because the police show up in full force. This one man throws a flare like it's a grenade, which it really just tickles me in the right way. However, the best part of this whole world's police system is that if you carry a shield, you have to walk. You do. I don't make the rules here, people. But the riot shield police, they're always running, and they are useless in every scene. It's probably due to the fact that they are exhausted from all the running. But they raid the church, they destroy our homeless camp. Nada helps this one guy get away. They climb into a window of literal nightmares like, no thank you. I'll take my chances with the shield bashers outside. But we do get away.
Somebody start World War III?
The next day, Nada heads back to the church to see if they confiscated all the Beanie Babies, and thankfully, he finds a single box left behind. And we are stoked. There could be a Zip the Cat in there, folks. He is worth ones and ones of dollars these days. But sadly, there's no Zip. There's no Zip, there's no beanies, there's no babies, there's just sunglasses. But when we put them on, we see the world as it really is. And fun fact here, if you've seen this symbol before, you should know it's inspired by this movie. Shepard Fairey, the artist behind Obey, took his inspiration for the word from this movie. But the real world shows us what they really want us to do. And the font sucks to boot. Coming from an art major, I hate this font so much.
What's your problem?
But Nada sees these aliens and he snaps.
You're okay. This one, real fucking ugly. You look like your head fell in the cheese dip back in 1957. Put him back on, formaldehyde face. That's what we got. Enough.
And his oh so subtle ways do make him a suspect. We all talk to the Enterprise at the same time, but they only have 3 lines, so we're all put on hold. We apologize, but we're experiencing longer than usual wait times right now.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Another fact, Roddy Piper previously wrote this amazing line long prior to this movie, and he wanted to actually use it during his wrestling career. And then when he showed his notebook to John Carpenter, John was like, yes, hell yes, we need to put that line in the movie. It is amazing. Outside, we bump into Meg Foster, who, despite her insane eyes, is apparently not an alien. See? See what I mean? They run. They run, folks. The cars are not big enough for the shields, so they run, and they run so far away. But he holds her hostage all the way back to her place. Once there, he says,
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but I needed you to get away.
And then she says,
I'll do whatever you want, whenever you want.
And he's like, hello? Oh, is this about to get kinky? And by kinky, I mean attempted murdery, because that is what happens.
TV sets.
My word. If this man didn't do so many cage fights back in the day, he would have never survived this. But he limps back to Frank, and Frank is like, no, sir, go away. I saw you on the news. You're a murderer, and I have a wife and kid.
I got a wife and kids, so leave me alone.
So we don't need Frank. We don't need Frank. We just need new glasses, because we left ours at Meg's place when she confused us with those sexy riddles.
Yo, 1 week's pay, the best I can do.
Can we all just take a moment to really appreciate how incredible that toss was? Keith, David, sir, that's nice work. Nice work.
Put on the glasses. Take a look. Put them on.
And this fight is easily the best thing ever, because it just keeps going. John Carpenter initially planned for this scene to be about 20 seconds or so, but with Roddy and Keith deciding to literally fight it out and just see what happens, the thing goes over 5 minutes. Carpenter liked it so much, he kept the whole thing in the movie, and here we are.
Look at them, they're everywhere.
Maybe they can see.
But now, thankfully, we are on the same team once again. This one guy from earlier sees us rocking these shades, and he's like, hey, I rock those shades too. Why don't you come hang out with me and my friends?
There's something new going down.
It's like building a park over a toxic waste dump. They colorized it.
Wait a second. They colorized us? Implying that the real world is actually black and white like the sunglasses show? Because that changes everything. Hold on. 1953. The opera Carmen? You know, the first colorized broadcast on TV produced by a man named Eli Hay? Eli Hay? TV? Why, that's an anagram for They Live. Oh, shit, Elon Musk was right. Confirmed, people. We live in a simulation. I got sidetracked there, sorry. Anyways, we upgrade our shades into contacts, which isn't talked about nearly enough as it should be.
They won't hurt. There's less interference.
Meg Foster shows up and she's like, hey, sorry for throwing you out of a window earlier, but before they can even talk... Yeah, this is not good. It's not. Thankfully, we find a watch from the aliens. We use it to open a secret escape tunnel.
We got them! We wiped them out!
Oh, also fun fact, if this prop looks familiar, it's because it should. It's actually the PKE meter that they used to Ghostbusters. It's awesome. It's a great prop, great tool. Moving on.
But the entire planet will be under the protection, the human power elite. Per capita income of each of you here tonight has grown.
So yeah, these rich people are profiting off the alien takeover, and we do not like it. But we run into a fellow drifter turned sellout who drunkenly takes them on a tour of the facility. A facility whose security is very lackluster, if you ask me.
Penetrate natural barriers and camouflage.
Can you get us inside?
And again, we are out of gum. But we run into Holly, who is acting so normal. It is incredibly alarming and suspicious, but apparently her hotness prevents us from thinking clearly.
Let's go!
Yeah, Keith is dead. Keith just died. He had a wife. He had a kid that he told us about so many times, yet we never saw either one of them.
Don't do it.
And yeah, Nada is dead, and not a lotta was done by Nada. But enough was done to remove the signal in our heads and allow us to see the real world.
You look like shit! I'm on it!
My favorite is this guy who is like, oh shit, let's just act casual. Don't look at anybody. Maybe they'll go away. But it is over. LA sees the aliens as they really are, so presumably that means things will change. But if I know LA like I think I do, people will forget about this in a couple of days and just go back to hugging fake Iron Mans at the Chinese theater. So, with that, let's head on over to Redeye Reacts. Oh yeah, the Blues Brothers don't look suspicious at all. If everything has a secret meaning, I wonder what golf is code for. Maybe it's translated to leave your wife and buy expensive golf clubs. And yeah, he may look like an alien, but he's not. That's just what you look like after a week in Hawaii as a natural redhead.
Try these on.
Look, you crazy mother.
Either put on these glasses or start eating that trash can.
The new Ray-Ban obeys. You will love them so much, you will do anything to tell your friends. That is it. Again, December is our donation drive, so if you have a couple of bucks to give, please do so. Mental health is something that affects us all, and making sure that we all have access to assistance when we need it is extremely important. And if you can't donate money, just hit the subscribe button. Like I said, I will be donating for every new subscriber in the month of December as well, so that's a very easy way to help out. So thank you so much. If you liked it, subscribe. Hit the like button, leave some comments. As always, a shout out to the patrons. Thank all of you for everything you do. If you want the power to vote on future movie reviews, you can head to my Patreon page, sign up there to do so. Link down below. A huge shout out to Corey for suggesting today's video. thank you again so much. If you want to join that Discord channel, link down below, merch store down below. I will see you all next time, and until then, stay happy and stay healthy.
I'll do whatever you want, whenever you want.
And he's like, hello?